Alright guys, what is going on? Profitably is here, founder of Bitcoin's Wealth Club, and today we have a special update about the cryptocurrency markets. In today's In Crypto show, we've seen a bloodbath that has not been there for a very long time. We've seen a crash today in Bitcoin that dragged all the cryptocurrency market, and it finally broke through the support. It broke the support today. So this is a monumental day, and I'm going to try my best to explain to you what is going on right now, what is causing that, and also what we might expect next. And it's pretty interesting times that can be a huge opportunity from one end, and also if you're not careful, it can be really catastrophic for on the other side. So today's November 14th, we've seen a crypto bloodbath of losing about $27 billion in the markets. Bitcoin is down by 11.64%. Pretty much all the cryptocurrencies are in the red today. With very few exceptions, maybe stable coins. Yeah, pretty much all the all of them. All of the cryptocurrencies except the stable coins are down. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this is happening today. There are several reasons for that. But looking at let's start with this, guys. We've been, for the past 11 months, we've been kind of like consolidating in this area. It was getting lower and lower volatility right here into this triangle, okay, this descending triangle, and it kept this level about $6,000. It kept defending it several times, but looking at it from the technical standpoint only, not the fundamentals, the technical standpoint, for the last 11 months of this bear market, we've been seeing lower and lower highs throughout this time. Right here, in this area, lower high over here, lower high over here. So according to pure technical analysis, this is a bearish setup, right? Because it kept getting higher, but it was lower highs. So it was bound to, according to that, to go down. Of course, that goes against the fundamentals for the most part, that we've seen increased adoption across the space this year, more talent coming into Bitcoin and blockchain. We're seeing more transaction volume, and basically a lot of bullish signs, like all the institutional investors that are coming into accumulating and investing into Bitcoin and the backed platform, and all of those things and signs telling us that we are approaching a bullish territory. And the founder of Binance said himself that we are, it's going to happen. The bull market is going to happen sooner or later. So what is really going on? It's hard to tell at this point, but we have several things happening today. First of all, we have the CBOE futures expired today on 14th of November, so that might contribute a little bit. I don't think that this was the major cause of today's crash. We have a heated war. Literally, we are in the midst of a war between multi-billionaires. We have Craig Wright on the one side, who is allegedly, he called himself a Satoshi Nakamoto, but nobody believes that really. There is a lawsuit against Craig Wright on $10 billion because he stole, allegedly, 1.1 million Bitcoin. If you search for Craig Wright lawsuit, you will see he is sued on $10 billion by sister of David Klayman estate, which basically they say like Dave Klayman probably is the Satoshi, and Craig Wright basically stole 1.1 million, which is in today's value, it's still a lot. It's like $6 billion, right? So he can, if he really possess that amount of Bitcoin, he can definitely move the market. And this guy, nobody likes him. Like he is crazy. This is what he announced a couple hours ago. Now this may be to cause some FUD in the market. I don't know, but he is intended to win the war, which is happening on Bitcoin Cash. Tomorrow is the fork. 15th of November is the fork of Bitcoin Cash, and he wants to win. And he wants to apparently annihilate not just Bitcoin Cash, the current version, which they call Bitcoin Cash ABC, but also annihilate Bitcoin itself, because he wants the Bitcoin Satoshi vision to win. So this is what he posted. To all BTC miners, if you switch to mine Bitcoin Cash, we may need to fund this with Bitcoin. If we do, we sell for USD, and while we think BTC market has no room, it tanks. Think about, we will sell a lot. So if this guy really possess 1.1 million, which we've not seen really big moves in the whales, like the whale moves, you know, onto the exchanges. Otherwise, I would, you know, we'll definitely notice that, and the exchanges will notice that. So, you know, I don't think that he actually moved, and that coin wallet holds the Satoshi wallet that was not touched. I don't think it actually moved at all. But that's what he's saying. BTC 2000 doesn't faze me, and he posted this, you know, this whole building collapsing. Of course, that is a big threat to the entire crypto space and a lot of miners that like this. That's a big business, guys. There's a billion dollar businesses right there. So if he will be the enemy of these people, like they're going to seek to destroy this guy, you know, because that's huge. I mean, if he is really able to do that, which I don't believe that that it is actually going to play out. He is trying to scare people right now, but that's the reality. We can potentially see lower moves right here, and the next kind of support levels we can see at about 5,000. 4,500 right here. It can slide all the way to 3,000 or even test the 2,000 if it really goes bearish like this. Now that probably will not happen immediately. It can happen over a series of period of weeks. That's one scenario. The other scenario will be something like this, that it will go down and then it will reverse, and as big of a down it was like going to be like a rocket moving to the top. So it's definitely going to be really interesting times to see what is going on. The volatility is back into the markets. We've not seen something like this for a long time. Like, take a look, for example, at what is going on on Bitcoin Cash. It's been absolutely savage, like absolutely absolutely amazing to see. Like, look at this. It's been a drop of about 65%, and that is because Bitmex announced right at this point somewhere that it's going to hold a Bitcoin Cash ABC version. That version that Craig Wright want to annihilate. That version that Roger Ver is standing behind, and the Bitmain CEO Jihan Wu is behind. But right now, it is undoubted. There's absolutely no doubt about it that he's winning the war. I mean, if you look at the latest Bitcoin Cash blogs by the mining pool CoinGeek that supports the SV version, 44.44%, SV pool 11.11%. He has the majority, right? He has the majority, and even though that Bitmain CEO hinted that he might take some of the power from the unpool for Bitcoin and put it to mine Bitcoin Cash, it is essentially illegal for him to do so. And I don't believe that it's going to happen in one day, that he's just going to overtake the Bitcoin Cash. So this is a monumental day. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Will the history repeat itself? What happened back in November last year when we've seen this action over here on November about this time, you can see November 10th, right about this time, when it dropped by about 20%. So Bitcoin dropped even more than it dropped 30% back in mid-November, and then the bull market started. Look at this, right? From this point, it grew all the way to $19,000. It was a huge run up from this point when it dropped 30% and then went up 100 and something, 150%. Well, more than that. It was a big move from this point to this point. Yeah, well, 270% or something like that. 3 times more. So is history going to be repeated right now, where we are right at this point, when this stuff crashes and continues to crash over here, and then jump right back and start a bull run? I don't know. We're going to have to see and watch what's going to happen. Tomorrow will be a big day. Obviously, RSI level is very oversold right now. It's about 16, and this is considered oversold 30. We're at 16 right now. So there will be a pushback. I'm sure there will be people that will defend those levels back. But overall, it doesn't seem bullish right now. It seems more bearish at the moment, and we might see even lower prices for Bitcoin. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful at this at those times, because from one side the bull cycle can happen, and certainly can happen. On the other side, we can see continuation of going down. But we certainly broke the support for Bitcoin, which has not been broken this year. We are reaching lowest point this year with this break right now. The lowest point in Bitcoin for the entire year 2018. That's crazy, guys. And of course, the other coins are following. You know, pretty much the entire market is down. Not just in UTC values, but also, well, actually in Bitcoin there are some ups, mostly down. In USD dollar value, they're down. In Bitcoin, we did see some coins in the top 100 crypto market cap that are up today, but very on slight percentages compared to the fall. So this, my friends, can be one of the biggest opportunities that we've ever seen, right? This volatility, it's crazy. So as much as we are seeing such huge drops today in the market, we can see like the next day or two, we can see similar greens, like everything is green again. So we need to watch the markets pretty closely for that. Now, for our hedge fund, we are actually not putting any positions on altcoins, and we are waiting for to see what's going to happen. We didn't have this drop. We avoided the drop in the hedge fund, so that's very good for that. And yeah, right now, tomorrow is going to be a big day to see what will happen with the fork, who is going to actually win, what will happen, because if he has the majority, the Satoshi Vision with Craig Wright, then essentially he can make the other chain be useless and not allow like attacking the other chain and annihilating the other chain, right? And Binance is now just recently 6 hours ago posted an update that there is two scenarios. The Bitcoin Cash hard fork doesn't result in a second chain, and Binance will resume trading on all original Bitcoin Cash pairs. The second scenario, the Bitcoin Cash hard fork results in a second coin being created, BCH ABC and BCH SV, and they're going to distribute 1-to-1 ratio. I stayed away. Like several days ago, I decided to stay away of this hard fork because it's definitely not it's not a friendly hard fork. Like anything can happen, and it's just very risky to hold any Bitcoin Cash. So I would stay away from Bitcoin Cash whatsoever, because like what Craig Wright is doing is definitely not friendly, and and you know, people hating for it. Like he's like, why would you want to destroy like a coin? I mean, this is a war, and he's not the only billionaire. There's another billionaire that he has like working with him, that he's making things happen for Bitcoin Cash. But he, like I said, looks not only to destroy the other version of Bitcoin Cash, but also the Bitcoin himself. Like destroy the Bitcoin itself, not destroy it, but severely, you know, dampen it. Because if he's able to drop the Bitcoin price, miners will not be profitable. More miners are going to get out of the game. You know, there'll be some significant ramification for this. So you gotta play it right. You gotta play it right, and we'll definitely keep you updated. But what we saw today is a monumental day, November 14th, when Bitcoin is trading now at the lowest point this entire year. So anything can happen, like I said. At this point, we can see the price shoots right back up. We'll see that the next several days, and tomorrow specifically, what will happen in the markets, or it will continue going down. So that to be seen, that to be updated. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you today. Be cautious trading at those current market conditions, okay? Because Bitcoin, the granddaddy of them all, if it makes major moves like this affects the entire market space. So if it will continue going down, okay, we'll need to see over the next 24 hours what is going to happen. Will Bitcoin shoot right up to the previous levels and support it, or it will continue sliding down? All right, so that's it for today's episode. I'll keep you posted and updated. We're going to have of course, our crypto trading millionaires coaching today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be sharing what's going on in the markets, what we are seeing, placing our strategy. We'll talk about the hedge fund, because right now 3 Clips is actively making decisions in all decisions that has to do with the hedge fund. He has 15 years of experience in trading. He's been doing coaching trading classes for our Crypto Trading Millionaires membership since the beginning. So we are working together right now for Bitcoin Walls Club Crypto Hedge Fund, and making sure that you guys are in profit zone, and that we are making the best decisions possible. Not to say that we are not going to make mistakes or have experienced losses, but it's all about the probabilities, the risk reward ratios. Do you have over the long term more wins than losses? You know, how do you trade? How do you play this game? Because if you are not savvy trader, then you can be annihilated in this market. The crypto market is volatile. Anything can happen, but you know, we're going to do our best to play with, of course, the trading strategies that you know 3 Clips has been perfecting over the years, to see when to enter and when to exit positions and actively monitor it. So we'll keep you guys updated in the hedge fund today in our private coaching at 4 p.m. Eastern time that starts in about 50 minutes, and I'll see you guys there.